some background on what Ray was bringing up with Elon. I sent him a tweet earlier this week and said I wanted to talk about this on the episode. And Elon's tweet was population collapse due to low birth rates is a much bigger risk to civilization than global warming. Mark these words. And I do think global warming is a major risk. So Elon has this whole shtick that we need, like, population is decreasing. People aren't having enough kids. We need more people. And as Ray said, the only reason you would think that is because you need cheap labor, is because you don't see the inherent value in each and every person. And they're more of a number, of a cog in the wheel, of a means to an end of, progress. And I think we talked about this recently, and Ray mentioned there is no end to progress. Where does progress end? Or what is it? Progress is being fully armed on enemy lines. Yeah, it's like that. And that is Elon's mentality. And as many things as he does in terms of innovation and all of those things, it's like, to what end do we go? There is no end. And it's sort of like the embodiment of the ego, is that mentality of there is no end. There is no, even for something, what's the word? Metaphor, I guess. I don't know. I don't always get those words correct with metaphors and some symbolism and all of those things. But that when you start overthinking or worrying, it's an infinite track. You can start worrying, and you get worried about being worried, and then you get worried about being worried about being worried. And you can go on with that forever until you recognize that there's nothing wrong with being worried. It's the same for any sort of emotion. You get afraid of being scared, and you get afraid of being scared. And it's like, or you can just realize, oh, it's okay to be scared, and I'll be all right. I can accept that when it arises. And that sort of cuts it off. And it's the same with progress. It's sort of the ego embodied in trying to pursue progress to what end? There is no end. There is no end to that progress. And so as someone like Elon will see population numbers dwindling, whatever, he gets worried by that because he relies on more numbers to continue progressing. And I don't necessarily know if he fully recognizes what he's saying, quite frankly, but I think people also get hung up on the way that the United States is run, for example, with capitalism being, the greatest thing ever. And it's like the only way. There's been no other way that's been proven. It's the only way that's ever worked. And it's such a limited idea of our potential.